everybody, and welcome back to the Willy Say Willy channel once again. And yes, the camera's back. You can see my bright, bouncing, beautiful face. Yes, I was experimenting with some faceless videos because I needed a new camera lens. The other one was kind of messed up, but I might sprinkle in some faceless vids, you know, with the regular showing my face ones because I'm a little lazy and it makes editing them way more easier and it saves me time recording. But today we're taking a stroll down memory lane and talking about The Cat in the Hat. There's no doubt about that. But specifically an analog horror series about The Cat in the Hat. Yeah, that's right, analog horror. I know that's been kind of on the downswing lately, but it's by Chris Archives, who has made several other analog horror series I've noticed on his channel. He has like a Pokemon's one, he has like a Jeff the Killer one, and a couple other different ones. And honestly, I might check out some of those in the future because they look kind of sick. I kind of like the premise of them. And at the moment, Cat in the Hat memes and horror-themed media is blowing up right now. Everyone and their grandmother is talking about this, and I just noticed that it really started with the meme that's been going on the past couple months with like the clips from the movie with like creepy text. Yeah, the Cat in the Hat meme's been blown up the past couple months, has horror-themed clips from the movie because, admittingly, the movie was kind of just eerie for a kid's movie. There were just adult jokes and just uncanny valley aspects of some of the character designs, like the way Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat looked, or Thing 1 and Thing 2. Like, there are definitely some weird, uncanny elements to it. Some people said they were scared of the movie growing up. I never was. I loved the movie. I thought it was hilarious growing up. I just really liked the eerie, experimental nature of the movie. It just kind of like, it felt very liminal and uncanny to me, and I was really into that. I didn't really pick up on it much as a kid, but the older I got, the more I saw it again, I just really appreciate it because you don't really see too many kids movies like that anymore. We used to have Spy Kids and Cat in the Hat back in the day, but now we don't really get that as much anymore. And in my opinion, the zenith, the pinnacle of all this Cat in the Hat horror media is having a very own Cat in the Hat analog horror series to call our own. Yeah, we had a couple AI vids I saw posted on like TikTok or whatever every now and then, but no, this is a bona fide proper analog horror video, and we're gonna talk about it today. So grab your drseuss sippy cups and settle on down, cause without further ado, let's get into it. So the video opens with an admittedly, I thought, kind of funny intro with a slowed down of Guts' theme from Berserk playing with like a little jump scare still frame of the Cat in the Hat staring at the camera. And I know it's supposed to be kind of creepy, which it kind of is, but I thought it was kind of funny. That's just how my dark, twisted mind works. But the premise will seem kind of familiar for those of us growing up and having to deal with babysitters and parents leaving us, as we have a little girl named Emily who is about to be home by herself while her parents go away for a couple days on a trip. They tell her, not to worry, little Emily, we're gonna have a babysitter named Sarah over here any minute, and she's gonna take good care of you, and we'll call you when we get there. Everything's gonna be perfectly A-okay. Shortly after the parents leave, Emily gets a little knock at the door and she opens it up to see who else but our favorite funiferous feline, the Cat in the Hat. And at first she's obviously taken aback. She's like, well, my parents told me not to talk to strangers and you're a man in what I think is a costume. And the Cat in the Hat assures her that, oh no, this isn't a costume, I'm just the Cat in the Hat. And your babysitter Sarah had a little bit of an accident, so I'm here to take care of you instead, and we're gonna have so much fun. And if, in case you didn't figure it out, yeah, Sarah's dead. That woman is dead. I don't know what happened to her, but I know she's dead. Emily, being the stupid, useless child that she is, lets the Cat in the Hat inside willingly, and he starts, do his little magic tricks, pulls a rabbit out of the hat, even morphs reality and turns the house into a little pink little theme princess castle, and everything's all wonderful and sunshine and rainbows. But I just want to add that the dude who voiced Cat in the Hat, you did a good job, bud, because you're giving me the ick. You sound like you're gonna throw me in the back of a van, okay? He's got the, oh, nice to see you, Emily. Like that kind of like goofy voice, but like a little higher pitch, and I don't know, just something about it screams evil to me.
I'm not wearing a costume. I'm the Cat in the Hat. And yes, I know a lot of things. I'm here to make tonight really fun.
But anyways, the vibe of pure childhood joy and wonder continues until, well, the Cat in the Hat recommends that they play some hide and seek. And this is where we see the first glimpses of the cat's true nature. See, no matter where Emily hides in the house, the cat somehow manages to always easily find her, and each time he does, he kind of gets more and more irritated and shows more of his true evil nature every time he finds her. He's like, "Oh, you have to hide better than that, Emily. This is no fun." God. But after they play hide and seek, they decide to play some Simon Says, and Emily starts bossing his ass around, making him pull a rainbow cat out of his hat, and even hop on one foot, all this crazy nonsense, until the Cat in the Hat decides to play a different game, and has these two human-looking pinatas for Emily to smash with a bat. Okay. It's gonna be the parents, isn't it? It's gonna be the parents. The parents are gonna be in the pinata. I guarantee you. That or the babysitter is in one. That I think it's the parents. Just who we kidding here?
Time to smash some pinatas. This bat is special. It hits really hard even if you don't swing strong. Let's get lots of candy. Surprise! I knew you missed them so much. I brought them back so you could play with them. Isn't it wonderful?
You're a monster! You're a monster! Get out! Get out of my house!
You didn't like the trick? I thought it would make you happy. Now, let's play hide and seek. I chase, you hide.
So as Emily tries to run and hide, she attempts to dial 911 in a last desperate attempt for help. And while she's on the phone, it magically gets turned into like one of those toy phones. So I'm starting to think that she was never even on the line with 911 to begin with. It was just the cat messing with her. And then he finds her again and asks to play just a little innocent game of rock, paper, scissors. But as you can imagine, there's a little twist with this game, as the first couple rounds they tie, and then, well, Emily gets paper and the cat gets scissors. So, here's what happens. Yeah, so after, that, she's handless now, I'm assuming, the cat decides to give a little mercy on her and tries to, okay, little mouse, I'll show you a little exit so you can try to escape. But it's not a door, it's a window. So, I think I know where this is going. I love the twist on nostalgia and the Cat in the Hat on this. I love this twist, but there's one last thing I want to read before I just wrap it up. Someone in the comments wrote their own little drseuss kind of poem about the video. I just want to read it off because it's kind of awesome. Alone was little Emily here with the cat, and she was terrified, no doubt about that. Though he brought what she thought was oodles and hours of joy, it would all just be a terrible trick, a horrifying coy. Even with that cat and his sultry smile, that face showed monster, there was no denial. With his twisted games and Emily's parents lying dead from the game he made in his twisted head, now the cat prowls in his horrid game of hide and seek. No phone call is helping, and this all seems so bleak. One final game, a classic of rock, paper, scissors. Game over, Emily, as her last bit of hope withers. In the darkened halls, the beast appears closer and closer. You're alone too, he said, snatching your soul to torture. And so our story ends. Emily's corpse outside on the ground with that. And now, out the front door, off he goes. The cat in the hat. That's awesome, okay? That's awesome, dude. Shakespeare who? Like Shakespeare... Everyone wait! As I was still in the process of recording this video, Chris Archives uploaded a part 2 of the Cat in the Hat analog horror called The Cat in the Hat Analog Horror Trick. So, let's talk about it, shall we? So part 2 opens directly where part 1 ended off, with a news anchor talking about the death of Emily and her parents and how her body was discovered by police. And as the news anchor goes on, she also mentions that Sarah Williams, the babysitter that was hired to look after Emily, was also found dead a few blocks away, which I called it, I'm telling you, I called it, I'm a genius, so smart. But as the reporter goes on, she mentions that this isn't an isolated incident, and that there have been killings happening across the entire country, and children have been going missing, and this isn't just some one-off phenomenon. There is a real killer on the loose, and the police have no idea what to do about it. And as we can piece together, this cat in the hat rampage seems to have no end. Parents across the country are frightened, and their grip on their children will surely tighten. As is the case for our new protagonist in this episode, Ethan, and his mother, who is turning off the TV after watching this troubling news and tells young Ethan to go to bed. It's very late. But Ethan is a little bit scared. You know, he's a little kid after all. He doesn't want to go to bed. He's not tired yet. And he also wants his mom to check under the bed for any monsters. But surely monsters aren't real, right? I mean, she's gonna check under the bed. Okay, who we kidding? I'm not gonna pretend. The cat in the hat's gonna be there. He's under the bed and then he kills the mom. And honestly, like, this is where I have zero hope for Ethan, because he doesn't even, like, immediately freak out like, oh my god, run! Like, no, he tries to play along with the cat in the hat, despite the fact that his mom was screaming in terror and had her neck snapped, and then he creepily stares over the bed like he's a damn creepypasta image or something, like he's Jeff the Killer. He has, like, a big white smile. Any kid, literally any kid on planet Earth, would immediately book it for the door or do something, or just piss themselves, but Ethan's like, Mom! And the cat in the hat's like, oh, well, buddy, she's sleeping, don't wake her. And he falls for it. The kid immediately falls for it. He's like, oh, well, I mean, if she gave her permission to play with me, I guess it's okay. Honestly, I hope the cat in the hat kills this kid. I want him to brutally murder this kid, honestly. He deserves it. Cut that part out. And as we come to expect, the Cat in the Hat wants to play a few little quirky games with our boy Ethan. First one being red light, green light, but as you can expect, things don't stay sunshine and rainbows for long. Okay, so just immediately when they're playing red light, green light, the cat starts at the end of the hallway, and it looks like a point and click horror game, as he's like, oh my god, green light, haha, and then he closes his eyes, green light, and then he opens his eyes, red light, and then you have this giant anthropomorphic cat just lurking over the child, coming closer and closer to him at the end of the hallway, until Ethan loses the game because the cat in the hat gets up to him before he can say, you know, red light in time. And then Ethan, being the dumb little shit that he is like, oh my god, that was so fun! Can we play Sleeping Lions? And it's actually a game that the cat has no idea what it is. And the cat that's down to play it, basically, he has to make him move without Ethan actually moving, like basically by making him laugh. I don't understand. I don't know what the hell that game is. If you want to play Sleeping Lions as a kid growing up and I just don't know what it is, I'm too unk for this, put it in the comments below. I've never heard this game before in my life. But unfortunately for the Cat in the Hat, Ethan's mom is still alive, and she's crawling on the floor, being like, Ethan, oh my god, run! And obviously Ethan sees this and just immediately freaks out, like, what the hell is going on? And then the cat's like, oh darn, you're ruining my game. And then, oh, the best part of the entire thing happens. Basically, he ties Ethan to a chair, and he introduces our boys, Thing 1 and Thing 2, but like the analog horror version of them, and they start eating the mom. Like, they just start eating the mom. I don't know if I can even show it. I'm pretty sure I can. And then obviously Ethan's like, oh my god, ah! Like she's Alex Mason strapped in the chair like in Black Ops. He's like, no! no! And then Ethan somehow manages to get free from the chair and tries to hide in the cupboard after calling the cat a monster, which every kid seems to do. And every time I hear the monster line, I think of the Mike Myers like, a monster? Where? And it kind of just makes me die laughing. It doesn't help that they'll show images from the Cat in the Hat movie interlaid with like the video, and it gives me a nice chuckle. I know it's supposed to be scary, but it just gives me a nice little chuckle. But as we can expect, the cat finds Ethan hiding, and he tries to trick him, like dang a little carrot in front of him, like, oh, I'm gonna let you escape, don't worry, there's a door right there. And then something weird kind of happens this time. When Ethan goes through it, I'm assuming an unknown ghost figure shows up and basically helps guide Ethan out and saves him at the last minute. I am not making this up, but Cat in the Hat gets the Springtrap Five Nights at Freddy's treatment, and vengeful spirits of the dead kids show up and like send the Cat in the Hat to hell. They start talking about how the god is basically done putting up with them and they're sending him to hell. And the cat literally, he gets sent to hell. I'm not joking. I'm just gonna show it. I'm just gonna show it, man.
What? What's happening? No, this is impossible! You're in my world! In my reality! I am the god here!
No, you're nothing. She used to think you were hilarious, but not anymore. The only way you can keep doing this is because she was letting you. God is furious, and the devil has a special seed for you.
No, this can't be happening! No!
I think this is clearly a reference to the Five Nights at Freddy's analoghorror series back in the day, where, you know, it would show more of like the lore of William Afton and how the trapped in the back room and was let out and he was burned alive at the end of FNAF 3. I'm pretty sure this ending is a reference to that, and then you think it's over, right? You think, oh, it's a nice little happy ending. It's gonna wrap it up with a nice little bow, and it shows like a news article where, oh, police discover the boy Ethan alive outside of his home, and the mother was dead, and the killer, the cat, is gone, and now he's in hell where he belongs. But at the last minute, we get a little twist after a very long newspaper clip sequence where actually, oh, that was all just a part of the cat's game. Again, it was a little twist, a little fabrication, a little white lie, because the Cat in the Hat is still very much alive and makes a comment saying that, oh, wouldn't that be a horribly happy ending, right? Like as if it didn't actually happen. And then the last shot of the video is Ethan dead.
Oh, what a horrible happy ending that would have been. Wouldn't you say?
So now that you've been made aware of the cat's existence, for any of those of you who are parents out there, you might want to double check on your kiddos, you know, after you tuck them into bed, because he's out there. He's coming for you. No, I'm just kidding, guys. The Cat in the Hat isn't real, obviously. Wouldn't that be crazy? No, yeah, it's not real. Yeah. R.I.P. Dr. Seuss, you know, so yeah, that's it. For real this time. Also, I was reading some of the comments in the second video like I did the first one, and honestly, I kind of agree with some of these interpretations. Like, one person thought that the trick, you know, glowing door at the end was going to be like another trick similar to the first video where Emily thought she was getting away, but she really flung herself out the window, and someone thought that the kid was going to get ran over in oncoming traffic. But I think the real meaning of the title is that he thought it was going to be another trick like that, but then the real trick was on us because we thought there was a happy ending at first, but there wasn't. So really, the cat does play a trick on us, the audience, when you think about it. And there you have it, everybody. That is The Cat in the Hat Analog Horror by Chris Archives. And gosh, I loved The Cat in the Hat growing up. It was one of my favorite Dr. Seuss stories. Loved the Mike Myers movie. Loved it, despite how weird it was. That made me love it even more, especially now that I'm older and get more of the adult humor jokes. This is just awesome. Be sure to go and support the original creator as always. I love this Cat in the Hat memes going on. I hope it goes on for a little bit longer because just seeing this come from it, daddy likes, love it. Thank you as always, guys, for sticking with me to the end. Your support always means the world. And just in case I don't see you again, stay safe, and have a good one. Goodbye. I remember there was like a Cat in the Hat DVD I had, and it had scratches all over it, and it always gets stuck. It always gets stuck at the same part. It was the part of the movie where it does the close-up of the babysitter's face in the door, like almost like the fisheye lens. It always gets stuck in that part of the movie. I would never play past that unless I skipped it intentionally, like in the DVD selection. And I just remembered like falling asleep with it playing one time, and then just waking up to the babysitter's like stare at the TV camera. It was just funny. I remember that as a kid. So this is the part of the video where you click on one of the other ones I have listed. So please do that. It gives me money. Please, I need it, really.